Muy buena gente, bienvenidos a un nuevo vídeo de Edo y hoy estamos con Vampyr. No tengo nada más que decir, pues continuemos. Ok. A ver. Aquí debe haber seguro que varios enemigos. Así que vamos a tener que enfrentarnos. A ver. Vamos para aquí. Hombre, si no hay enemigo, mejor, la verdad. Ya veis lo que estoy viendo, ¿no? 2. Si lo evitamos, mejor. Por aquí no puedo, vale. Venga, qué remedio. Me lo voy a cargar. ¡Hostia! Creo que... una mala elección. Mala elección. Se ha incrementado. Me arrepiento de haberme enfrentado. Cuarentena. Vamos por aquí.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Otro vampiro parece.
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon.
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Mira, estoy sin sangre. Vale, está abierta. Vale, hemos llegado.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
Se trata de un asunto personal.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
Mis palabras son para un difunto. Se trata de un asunto privado. Ya, el
I've words
difunto.
for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest. As you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
Era mi hermana.
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
La asesinaron.
She was murdered.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
Me siento responsable.
I feel responsible. The pain is consuming me.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What words would you like to say to your poor sister?
Juro encontrar al responsable. Le juro que no fui yo
I'm
el
so sorry,
responsable.
Mary. I promise to find who is responsible for all this. I'll put an end to this horror.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
There. I confessed. Vicar. Do I feel better? Only time will tell.
Por aquí. Evento,
I cannot enter.
Pay me a glass and I'll be gentle. Pay me a bottle and I'll be...
Remorse and pain are precious
Hombre, ahora me aparece el nombre.
to the earth. You. I remember you.
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me. Made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Basta de adivinanzas.
Riddles and rhymes. You took my life. Now you insult my mind.
Be still, my child. I bring understanding.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
Vuestros
I've had enough
favoritos.
of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind?
Ya que estamos aquí, pues
Maybe Edgar can help me with this.
vamos a añadirnos habilidades. Si es posible, claro. Esto no estaba antes. No estaba antes esto. Estaba cerrado antes esa zona. Bueno, esa pared. Es imposible. Imposible. 2000. My God. Vale, ha aumentado la vida. ¿Y esta sangre?
The pain. It's here again.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Sobre los recientes sucesos en el hospital.
What can you tell me about the recent events in the hospital?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did you see all this?
No. I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
¿Dónde está el cuerpo de la señora Jones? ¿Sin Hampton abandonó el hospital?
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but well, maybe it was him.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Jonathan, my sincere condolences for your loss.
Your kindness is much appreciated, my lady.
Is there anything you require?
¿Alguna vez se ha mostrado ante un familiar? ¿Ver morir a todos nuestros seres queridos?
I spied my mother at the funeral. Have you ever revealed yourself to a member of your family?
No, Jonathan. And I'd advise you even from thinking about it.
¿Mentir a nuestros seres queridos? ¿Qué podría pasar?
Are we then condemned to lie to those we love?
We are creatures of deception, my friend. But this is more for their sake than ours.
But what if I was close to someone and wished to tell them the truth?
Fear, loathing, disgust. And then they will plead to be turned. They will see it as salvation. Then there's the risk of gaining the attention of vampire hunters.
Are we condemned to attend the funerals of all we love?
Dying is the final act of life, Jonathan. Present company excluded. Accept it.
¿Sentenciado a una eternidad de soledad?
I don't know what to expect. Am I cursed to an eternity of solitude?
With time, we Ekon tend to go into isolation. If we survive long enough, that is.
No puedo compartir mi dolor.
As a practitioner of the medical sciences, I'm prepared for the death of loved ones. But mourning in the shadows, deprived of sharing one's grief.
We are no longer a part of the circle of life and death. We are undead, my friend, and so we are outcasts.
Goodbye, my lady. Until we meet again.
Quiero munición. ¿Dónde está? Qué pena. Ah, ahí está, ahí está.
If there's anything I can do for you.
No era contigo.
Goodbye, my lady. Until we meet again.
Era con el chaval.
It's safer here than anywhere else in the East.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Hagamos un trato.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
208. Ah. Me falta todavía. Se fue.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
Debemos recuperar la confianza de la gente.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Le ayudaré.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Yo protegeré a todos.
Rest assured, I will protect you and your staff.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Vale.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his
Ataque.
flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
De verdad. Madre mía. ¿A dónde tengo que ir? Creo que esto mejor para el siguiente capítulo. Uy. No, no fijes en blanco, por favor. Vamos a nuestro despacho. Guardamos. Bueno, dormimos y terminamos.